Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Zakiyatul Muthoharoh. Here I will present an article journal with the title How Flocking Can Build Silver Candidates Self-Confidence in Speaking English. I also mentioned the writer and the article link here if you want to check it. So let's start the presentation. First of all, I divide this into several parts to be explained. The first is introduction, second is theoretical frameworks, the third is methods, and the fourth is findings and suggestion. For the introduction here, the writers state that the reason why this research conduct is to investigate whether flocks can be a method to improve the silver candidates' English skills. Here, the writer also writes the research question, which is how flocking can build silver candidate self-confidence in English speaking. And yeah, this research was conducted in Polytechnic Maritim Negeri Indonesia, or we just call it Polymarin. So let's move to the theoretical framework. Here I include some theories that became writers' reference. The first theory refers to IMO, or International Maritime Organization, which has made English as their standard language. This language must be used to all the crew from entire world as the navigational and safety communication on board. As the seafarers, they have to master the general English first before taking SMCP, or standard marine communication phrases, as their daily language communication. This being the obstacle to seafarer candidates from Indonesia, because they have to learn more about English, and this have to avoid miscommunication on board. The writer also realized that miscommunication due to different understanding between other crew can lead them into several accidents. That's why, to overcome these situations, the seafarers candidates in Indonesia have to prepare themselves this competency during their education period. And yeah, one of the obstacles that they have to face when learning speaking is a lack of confidence. According to Sari in 2018, lack of confidence will be a barrier for them to improve the speaking performance. To overcome this, the writer utilized the technology as the one of learning media. As it is cited in Reeves et al. 1998, that technology can collaborate as the learning media to improve English skills. So the writer used flocks as the strategy. Flock itself, according to Christian in the 2009, Flock is a video blog that specifically posts in YouTube. Through Flocks, the writer hopes that the candidates will express and speak in English freely in front of camera. And now we move to the methods. In the methods here, the writer used descriptive qualitative method, where the objects are 28 marine engineers cadets from third semester in Polytechnic Maritim Negeri Indonesia. The writer also have 3 ways to collect the data. The first is interview, and then the second is filling questionnaires. The third is conduct observation. For the interview, the writers prepare 10 open-ended questions that must be answered by all the civil candidates. After answering that, the cadets were asked to fulfill the questionnaire that also has 10 questions about self-confidence in speaking English. The writer used Likert scale to analyze the result of the questionnaire. And for the observation, the writer took some notes of the cadets' activities. She observed their expression, their gestures, and also their enthusiasm during the class. And yeah, now we move to the findings. In the findings here, the writer found 3 points. The first point is based on the Likert scale that showed Polymarine cadets in the 3rd semester of marine engineering study program have the potential to improve their speaking skills, their English skills. More than 32% of Polymarine cadets feel that they are able to speak in English. They also have a great desire to learn English more and more. It is because they think that their future jobs require English as the main language to communicate with others. And then the second point, although the presentation of vlogs still having a lot of mistakes and imperfections, but the cadets admit that speaking English in using vlog as the media is quite easy. They are helped by the preparation of the materials and the text. The text help them to speak regularly. And then vlogs also help the cadets to explore more materials about English because they are required to prepare the materials before it is presented in the video. And the third point related to the result of the research, pronunciation being the most important part to be improved, because from all the several candidates with the lowest self-confidence until the highest confidence level face the same problem, which is pronouncing words. Pronunciation errors still appear whether they have prepared the material well or not. And yeah, from the research, the readers have made 4 steps to be followed by the candidates to gain the goal of improving self-confidence in speaking English through the vlogs. There are preparation, and then producing, and then reviewing, also the evaluating. In the preparation, they have to prepare the material, of course. They have to prepare the recording tools also. And then for the producing, they were allowed to start recording themselves with the instruction of the teacher and deliver their topic using English in front of camera. And after that, move to the third step, which is reviewing. They will review the video of them. They can replay the video to see whether they made some mistakes or not, so they can retake the video again. And then the fourth is evaluating. In this part, the candidates can evaluate themselves in pronunciation and grammatical errors which they have made, so they can take note of it and find a way to solve the problem. So as the conclusion, the writer stated that vlog can be applied as a learning strategy to improve the cadets' speaking skills. But the teacher have to give them clear instruction and information so they can produce a good video, a well video. And yeah, the writer also give suggestions to the future researchers where they have to investigate the use of vlogs from different perspective, from others' perspective, and different vlogging style. Also, they could focus on the pronunciation part. And yeah, I think that's all my presentation. Thank you for the chance. Thank you for the attention. Hope you enjoy the video. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.